Welcome back everyone to another tutorial on Tableau. This series of videos will help you take your skills from beginner to expert level in Tableau. Do not forget to hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so that you are the first one to know whenever I upload any new video. In today's session we will see how to swap charts using parameter action in Tableau. Let me first show you the demo of what we will be doing today. Here I have a bar chart that shows sales for different segments, and at the top I have two buttons. The first one reads bar chart and the second one reads line chart. Now when I click on this line chart button, then the chart will be swapped and we will see a line chart. And when I select this bar chart button, then we will see a bar chart. To create this dashboard, I have added both the line chart and the bar chart in a single vertical container, and then using these buttons we can swap between two charts. I am using the parameter action functionality to swap between the two charts. Now let's jump to Tableau and see how to create a view similar to this one. First, we will create two different worksheets. In the first worksheet, let's create a line chart to show sales done in different years. So drag order date to the column shelf. Next, drag sales to the row shelf. Change the fit to entire view. Here we have a line chart that shows sales done in different years. Now to show these points clearly on the line chart, to help the user to tell which point corresponds to which year, we will add markers to this line chart. So go to color, then from here select this middle marker. Now you will observe that the markers are clearly visible on the line chart and the user can easily see which point corresponds to which year. Now let's create a new worksheet. In this worksheet, we will create a bar chart to show sales done for different segments. So drag segment to the column shelf, drag sales to the row shelf, change the fit to entire view, turn on the labels by clicking on show marks label button. Let's edit the format of these labels to show the sales in terms of dollars. Right click, click on format, then from here select pane, go to numbers, click on currency custom. We don't want to show any decimal places. Let's add the dollar sign as the prefix. Display units in terms of thousands. Click anywhere outside. Now let's hide this axis. Right click and uncheck show header. Let's hide this field label. Right click and click on hide field labels for columns. Now both the charts are ready. Next, to switch between the charts, we will need a parameter. So close this format window, click on the drop down, click on create parameter. Let's name it chart type. From the data type drop down, select string, click on list. First value will be bar chart and the second value will be line chart. Click on OK. Next we will create a calculated field where we will use this parameter. So click on the drop down, click on create calculated field. Let's give the name as chart swap. Click on OK. Show this chart type parameter. Click on the drop down and click on show parameter. Now this bar chart we want to see when a user selects bar chart from the chart type parameter. So drag this chart swap calculated field that we have created to filters. Go to custom value list and here write down bar chart. Click on plus sign. Make sure to give the correct spelling as given in the parameter. Click on OK. Currently, bar chart is selected from the chart type parameter. Now when I will select line chart, you will observe that the bar chart has vanished. Let me select the bar chart again. Now the bar chart is visible in the view. Now go to the first worksheet. Now this sheet we want to see when a user selects line chart from the chart type parameter. Let us show this parameter. Now drag the chart swap calculated field to filters. Go to custom value list. Here write down line chart. Click on plus sign to add this value in the list. Now click on OK and make sure to give the correct spellings as you have given in the parameter. Click on OK. You will observe that bar chart is selected from the chart type parameter. When we will click on line chart, then the line chart will be visible in the view. Now create a new dashboard. Now add two vertical containers. In the top vertical container, we will create button like this one. So just decrease the size a little bit. And in the second container, we will have to drag both the sheets one below the other. So drag the sheet 1 and hide the title, right click and click on hide title. Then also drag the other sheet in the same container, right click and click on hide title. Now you will observe that currently we can see the line chart in the view, and here we have a parameter that reads line chart. Now when I will select bar chart, the chart will be swapped and we will see a bar chart in the view. Hiding the titles is an important step, otherwise the charts won't occupy the entire container. So make sure to hide the titles of all the sheets that you add in the single vertical container. So using this parameter, we are able to swap between the two worksheets. Now instead of this parameter, we have to create a button. So by clicking the button, the user will be able to swap between the charts like shown in this dashboard. Go back to our dashboard. Now create a new worksheet. In the column shelf, write down average of 1. We need two buttons to swap between two charts. So write down average of 1 twice in the column shelf. This we are doing just to create two different measures. Change the fit to entire view. Now create two different calculated fields. Click on the drop down, click on create calculated field. Let's name it bar chart, and here within quotes write down bar chart. This value should match with the value that you have given in the parameter. Click on OK. Now create another calculated field. Let's duplicate this field. Click on the drop down, click on duplicate. Let's edit this field. name it line chart, and within quotes we will write down line chart, and again make sure to give the same value that we have given in the parameter. Click on OK. Now select any one of the average one field and drag bar chart to label, and we want this bar chart to be visible inside this bar. So go to label, click on this alignment drop down and select center. Now select this second average one field and drag this line chart calculated field to label. We want this line chart label to come in the center. Go to label and under alignment select center. Let's also edit the font size of these labels. Go to label and from the font drop down let's select 12. Let me select 14. Click on bold. Now go to first average one field where we have dropped the bar chart to label. Go to label, click on this font, drop down, select font size as 14, click on bold. Now let's remove these tooltips. Now go to all, go to tooltip, and from here uncheck show tooltips, click on OK. Remove these headers, right click and uncheck show header. Let's remove these grid lines, right click, click on format, then go to borders. From here select none for the row divider and select none for the column divider. Now go to lines. From here go to columns, then select none for the grid lines and select none for the zero lines. Click anywhere outside. The two buttons are ready. Now with the help of parameter action, we will give user functionality to switch between the charts using this button. Go to the dashboard, close this format lines window, drag this sheet to the dashboard and remove this parameter. Let's hide this title, right click and click on hide title. We have to add parameter action, so go to the dashboard, click on actions. From this drop down we will select change parameter. Let's name this bar chart. The source sheet will be the button sheet, that is sheet 3. Run action on select. The target parameter that we want to change is chart type. The source field will be bar chart calculated field that we have created. We have written bar chart in the same way as we have written in the parameter. So when we will select the button with value bar chart, that value will go to the target parameter, that is chart type, and the Tableau will switch the chart type to show us the bar chart. Click on OK. Click on OK again. Now click on bar chart. So you will observe that the chart has swapped and we are seeing the bar chart in the view. Similarly, we will create dashboard action for line chart. So click on the add action drop down, click on change parameter. Let's name it line chart. The source sheet will be the button sheet, that is sheet 3. Run action on select. The target parameter that we want to change is chart type. Source field will be line chart, calculated field that we have created. So similarly, in this action, we are telling Tableau to give us line chart when the user selects line chart from the target parameter, that is chart type parameter. Click on OK, click on OK again. Now you will observe that when I click on this line chart button, the chart will be swapped and we will see a line chart in the view. Now let's add some formatting to these buttons. To easily tell the user which button is selected, let's give different color to the button when it is selected and different color when it is not selected. So go back to the worksheet. Here we will create two more calculated fields. Click on the drop down, click on create calculated field. Let's name it color bar, and here we will write down chart type parameter equal to bar chart. Here we are creating a true false calculated field to check if the chart type is bar chart or not. Click on OK. Similarly, create a calculated field for line chart. Let's duplicate this calculated field. Now edit the field. Click on the drop down, click on edit. Let's name it color line, and the formula will be chart type equal to line chart. Click on OK. So here in the second average one field we have added line chart to the label. So here drag this color line calculated field to color. Now select this first average one field where we have added bar chart to the text label and drag this color bar calculated field to color. Let's show this chart type parameter. Here the line chart is selected from the chart type parameter. So we want to give line chart button as blue color and the bar chart button which is showing us false. Let's edit this color and give gray color. Click on OK. Now change the chart type to bar chart. Now if the bar chart is selected from the chart type parameter, we want to give it a blue color and line chart is not selected, so let's edit this color and give a gray color. Click on OK. Basically we are giving gray color to false field and blue color to the true field. Now go back to the dashboard. Now when we have bar chart in the view, then the bar chart button will be shown with blue color and the line chart button will be shown with gray color. Let me click on this line chart button. Now we have line chart in the view and the line chart button is shown with blue color and the bar chart button is shown with gray color. So this can help user to clearly tell which button is selected. Now instead of these text buttons, we can also give icons to help the user to switch between the charts. So we will edit the selection button, go to sheet 3. So here instead of average 1, we will write down int 0. So click on edit in shelf and write down int 0. Similarly, edit this field. Click on the drop down, click on edit in shelf. Let's write down int 0. And from here we will select shape as the mark type for both the int 0 fields. Now instead of placing these bar chart and line chart fields on text, we will place them on detail, go to the other int 0 field and drag this line chart text to detail, as we don't want to display the text. Now let's remove the header, right click and uncheck show header. Now let's increase the size of these shapes. Go to all, go to size and increase the size. Lastly, let's edit the shape. So select this first int 0 field that we are using for the bar chart button. Go to shape, go to more shapes, and from the drop down select chart type. So these are the custom shapes that I have added to the Tableau repository. Let me select this bar chart icon, click on OK. Now let's edit the second int 0 field. Go to shape, go to more shapes, and from this chart type drop down we will select the line chart. Click on OK, and the remaining steps will remain the same, where we have created these color line and color bar fields and added them to color to give different colors to both the icons. Go back to the dashboard. Here you will observe that the bar chart icon is shown in blue color, and we can see the bar chart in the view. And when we will click on this line chart icon, then the chart will be swapped and we will see line chart in the view. This line chart icon is not clearly visible. Let's edit the size a little bit. Go back to the dashboard. Now the icon is clearly visible. So in this way we can swap charts in Tableau using parameter action. This was all that I had to cover in this session. I have added the link of this workbook in the description below. Do not forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. See you in the next tutorial.